Welcome back, horror lovers. Today, we'll be traveling to South America to share with you the story of a dangerous character, the clandestine, and one of her first victims. Julian was as rich as he was stingy. He didn't like sharing his money with anybody. He spent his entire life working hard and living frugally to be able to save and invest in order to earn even more money. He was raised in a poor family, so he experienced hunger firsthand and knew which expenses he could do without. One day, as he was walking down the street, he found a little girl who seemed to be crying. When he approached her, the little one said she needed money to buy something to eat. In tears, she implored him to help her, but he refused. Julian refused because he was heading to the bank to deposit a precise and exact amount of money, and he didn't want to deposit a single cent less. So he lied to the little girl, saying that he had no money with him at the moment. At first, Julian felt terrible, but life was about to give him a second chance. The next morning when he was shopping, he saw the same girl again. He immediately recognized her, and without thinking it twice, he went down a different street to not have to give her money. That same afternoon, Julian was in his apartment using his computer, and he felt uneasy and anxious for no apparent reason. He instinctively got up, looked through the window, and saw the face of that little girl. She was looking right at him. Julian wondered how did she learn where he lived. Maybe she followed him. However, Julian just tried to ignore her. He didn't have to share what he had worked so hard to obtain with a girl that would spend it in who knows what. He thought there were many more people she could ask for help anyways. When night fell, someone knocked on Julian's door. He looked through the spy hole and saw the girl's face again, and he clearly noticed that she had some sort of thread embedded on some parts of her face. Julian didn't know if she was hurt, and so, feeling guilty, he opened the door. He even invited her to come in and asked her if she was hungry, but the girl remained motionless. She was standing at the doorstep without blinking and looking at Julian directly with a gaze filled with resentment. As much as Julian asked her, she gave no response, not even with gestures. And then, a few seconds later, the girl moved one of her arms and started to tear off her own face. Or that's what it seemed at first. In reality, she was taking off a mask woven into her skin. She then revealed her scar-covered face and said, "Too late." Julian's scream of pain was heard in the entire building. The neighbors went to see what was happening and found Julian's body covered in blood and his mouth filled with coins. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. And if you want to see more horror videos, subscribe to our channel.